What's going on, incredible people? Just Incredible here with another incredible review. I want to break down a couple of my newest DC Multiverse McFarlane figures. Got different waves, so I'm gonna go through three different teams on this one video. So I'm starting with the Speedsters, the Speed Force Flash family. This is actually turning out great. The moment they released Jay Garrett, I was like, you know what? I want to get them all. So hopefully not too much longer. Impulse will be released. I pre-ordered him on Target.com. So really only these are my two new figures. The other three I've been having. I'm not a mint in box collector, but if you ever seen any of my videos, the setup behind me is like my DC Multiverse, and I just like them as ends. Like I don't want to take them out the package, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's start with Jay Garrett. So here's his card. Boom, boom. There you are, Jay Garrett, the Flash Age. And then there's the back. If you're not familiar with him, if you want to do a little read up, I'm glad that he's got like the younger look. So he comes with the card. He comes with 2 extra hands, so a total of 4 hands. So he's got 2 closed fists for left and right, and he's got like 2 knife hands for left and right. So as you see, I basically got him 1 knife hand, 1 fist, because that's how I wanted to rock him. He comes with these lightning effects. Now, I never really use the lightning effects. This is not quite, really a review. This is just me showing you if I think the figure is really worth it or not. But like, I'm sure this looks cool, but to use stuff like this when it comes to these 7-inch figures, you gotta only have like 7 or 8 of these, and that's it. But I collect multiples of, so like me having this out right now, unless I'd like to keep these because sometimes this might go on something different. Like I was using some of my Marvel Legends and they popped out just right. So those are his lightning effects. Not much to him, Then he's got his card. Here's the figure. I like his presence. I'm not gonna go over articulation because like 99% of his figures is reuse. I don't mind reuse as long as it makes sense. I can't believe there's people who still fucking complaining about reused body molds, like when that has been fucking toys since the dawn of fucking toys. Every Masters of the Universe got that He-Man buck, but I ain't getting into all that. What I do like about him is little wing boots. He's like Hermes or Mercury. I like it. Yes, he's sporting a diaper, but in the grand scheme of it, when he's just posed on your shelf, you really can't tell. There's only one diaper that really bothered me in the DC Multiverse, and I had to cancel the pre-order, and that's the new Catwoman. But other than that, I like this. Got his little hands. I mean, it just looks cool. Now, I have this, as you'll see in the next segment with the Titans. I have like this silver marker. It's not really silver, but it's like kind of like an alloy. Shit, I can't even think of the name right now. What is it? I don't have the marker on me, of course not. But anyway, shiny, shiny metal. There we go. Like platinum look. But I think his helmet is just fine for it, I think the sculpt on the face is just right. And for most people who think some people be dick riding McFarlane, I mean, let's not get it twisted. He does well. He fucks up, but he does more well than he fucks up. And this is one face sculpt. And as you can tell, does he have that side eye thing? No. I think they kind of have it to where kind of how he wanted. It doesn't look like he's looking dead center. And I remember watching an interview with him and Shartimus Prime where he didn't want them to look straight ahead, but he didn't want that whole side-facing thing that, many of the painters did. But I feel like this is it right here because he's not really looking straight. He's like barely off-centered, and that's perfect. I mean, like, I'm not trying to say like I date this motherfucker or nothing, but that's a good scope. I'm glad he's got the young man look. He's not like that old man like sometimes he is. Like, I like this Jay Garrett. So, and I really like those little booties. Pause. I feel like this should be like a different color. I feel like it should be gold, but let's look at the card. It just shows his body. So generally what I hate is when the card doesn't match like the figure, but I mean, for the most part, it does. So that's what's up. And next up, we have Kid Flash. I'm aware of this character, but this isn't really my Kid Flash. See, I grew up, my introduction really to the Justice League was the Justice League and Justice League Unlimited, who, yeah, if you remember that, shout out down below from Cartoon Network. Whew, that shit was before its time. So Wally West is actually my Flash. You know, I've grown to like Barry Allen and whatnot, but Wally West is the Flash I grew up with, so that's my Flash. But this was gold label, and I like this. The only thing that's not really like, that I found that's not accurate is, you see this little thing right here? Like, I'll use one of his little flash effects to show you. Right there, these are supposed to be red. Supposed to be, but I don't really give a shit. Like, I might get like a Gundam pin and paint it that, which I kind of like, you know, doing like the little detail lines and stuff like that. But yeah, this isn't really a pamper. It doesn't feel like it, like most of them, but I like that it goes around. Like, if this wasn't gold label, I feel like this black bolt would just be yellow. But yeah, I like it. This is sculpted. This is just painted on, but I like it. I like the figure. Like, I've seen him on the Flash show. I've read him in a couple of the comics. He was in the DC Universe movies as of late that took place of Rebirth, with the Rebirth cast, which is where he's from. But I mean, still, this isn't my Flash. Like, but it's all good because this is Barry Allen from, belay my last. This is Wally West from a different Earth. Got the little part. I didn't really want him running. I just wanted to be like, if he was talking, be like, yo, what's up? So I like to pose like, I don't know, yearbook like photos to where it's like they all in a group picture. I like his lightning effects. They're a bit different. It's more like electricity. This is more like electric swooshiness, and this is just like straight static electricity. So at least, you know, we kind of, I don't know if he's got I feel like my Wally West came with these as well. But like I said, I don't use them. They somewhere in my like boxes, but I do like that it's kind of different. It's not the same damn lightning effect. Like, they didn't just take the lightning effects. Oh, let's take a look and see. Yeah, see, like, it's completely different lightning effects. So that's that Flash. Like, if I'm not mistaken, the very first one he came out with, and then there's these. So he's not just really repainting them and So, I mean, you just got to give it to him. Innovation, like, sometimes his innovations are like, in my opinion, lame, but sometimes they're good. This, I'm indifferent. I don't really care. He comes with 2 extra hands. So like Jay Garrett, they probably did just repaint these. Let's see. I don't think they did, but nah, because I mean, if they did, all it is the fingers, but it's not even really like the same size, which I used to didn't care. But one thing cool about this, if it's like reusing the same mold, that could be a good thing. If you want to, and you'll see later on with my Nightwing review, if you want to like reuse these on a different figure or something like that, maybe if you use the same hand or if you paint it a different color, you know, you can. So that is a plus size. So like silver lining. So boom. And let's take a look at his card. Here you are, Kid Flash, DC Rebirth. Hey, wait a minute. Nah, fuck that, man. He got a lightning ball. Okay. Maybe. He got the Harry Potter part in his hair. I was about to give him some shade. About to be like, hold on. Wallace West, a.k.a. Wally. There you go, baby. So let's take these. What I like to do, if you didn't know, or if you just now tuning in, I like to collect the various cards that come with it. This is fun to collect. And once again, I like that he's going back to the illustration and not just like a stock photo like you'll see here with like the Joker or with Grodd or hell, even Lex Luthor. I like that he's going back. So I feel like he listens. I mean, he don't have to, because this is a business. He could be like, man, fuck that. Take the picture and let's go. But I'm glad, you know, that he's going back to this, because I feel like some people complain. I complained, but really didn't care, because I mean, they were something to me, but it's nice to look at the illustration. Like, I'm trying to get back into sketching. I sometimes like to look at the figure and just, you know, sketch it. So still got plenty of space left. So keep them coming, McFarlane. I like that he does that. All right. So there's the Flash family right now so far from what I wanted. I don't want Godspeed. I know there's different ones that's out there, but I really, really do not like the movie versions. And I'm trying to keep that. I'm trying to keep it coming. But there's some movie versions of figures like that Wonder Woman and the with the, you know, golden wings and all that stuff. Like, I just like that. You know, I like the Wonder Woman figures all together. So I'll just grab certain figures as long as it talks to me. But y'all stay tuned. And here we go with a wave I've been anticipating. Titans. Teen Titans. Well, not really the Teen Titans. As a matter of fact, I'm not even really going to use this as Titans. I'm going to use them and other people for Young Justice. So, Basically, what you see is what you get, minus 2 hands for Raven that I'm going to go over in a minute. But I like this. I like this a lot. I'm going to show you why I like it and why I don't like it. But to me, hashtag worth every penny. I'm glad McFarlane did this because, you know, normally there'll be like a Build-A-Figure wave. And like, I feel like 2 years ago, all you would have got was like Nightwing and, I don't know, Raven. And that's it. And like, it'll have been like 2 other random fucking out of nowhere characters, fucking Lex Luthor or some shit, just to build Beast Boy. And I'm like, yo, no, that's not it. So I'm going to start with my favorite of the 4. Because Beast Boy or Beast King, I really like him. But my favorite of this whole group, right here, boom, Donna Troy. I'll show you why in a minute. So notice, see how reflective that is and good stuff like that? We're going to pluck and file this. Here's the back read up. Now, this is a newer version of her. I'm just now getting into Dawn of DC. I know she's looked like this for a while, but I kind of like the younger one with like the red and white, you know, kind of mimicking Wonder Woman's look. But this is the new Donna Troy. And the reason why I like this is because it was a project. So I decided to go ahead and like kind of color her myself. I just got like a metallic Gundam marker. And, you know, I colored her neck. I didn't do the whole thing. I like to have accents, so I just colored like the outside of this. I mean, like, didn't really take much. Did her belt, and then I took like a black Gundam marker and did the lines. I did her sword. I need to get brown because I want to like do the hilt, but like I just did the middle and the outside, kind of like a Masters of the Universe sword, just to give it a little presence when it's on there. I don't know why her eyes are so dark. Look like she's either turning evil or hasn't gotten any sleep. I left these stars alone because they're accented enough. You know, I didn't do that. That's how they came. But what I did do is I kind of painted these right there. I want to, I'm like, nah, it's not new. It's not really worth it. But I was going to do like the bottom of her boot. I didn't want to do the whole boot again because I don't want it to be too reflective and it start to just look, you know, I love how it looks. I didn't want it to look cheaper. So I like how her gauntlets are shiny now. It took maybe 10 minutes to do it. Shit dried quick. What I was really careful with, I popped her head off so that I could do her little choker. Hopefully, if I still got stock footage, I'll put right here the before, and then here's the after. Or I'll just do a cutaway. But that is my favorite of them all, Donna Troy. Just because I like doing that. And honestly, I've been doing that here and there. It's making collecting a little bit more fun, you know, because I'm not just opening it and boom, there you go. Like, which that's all fine and dandy. All right, next up, my next favorite. I know people are saying Raven, not me. I don't even really like, I mean, it's okay because we haven't really gotten a Raven. But if it wasn't for his ball cap and them shades, if he had like the hoodie on, oh, I really love it. But I mean, there you go. At least it's not like facing forward. So this is Arsenal, AKA Roy Harper. And I think, so you see his belt? It's kind of like a brass color. I think I get to do another project. Now I might just leave it alone. Oh, look at that. It's not the same. He don't have like the A for Arsenal. Fucking McFarlane, man. It's not even perfect. This $20 toy, $24 toy. Paid $20 for this, man. Shit. Come on, man. No. I still like it. I don't give a damn. Yeah, I'm not going to paint it. The paint is good. So anyway, here's the back read up for Roy Harper. AKA... I didn't even know who he was until I watched Young Justice, so I like Young Justice. So this, again, is definitely worth it. This kind of hurts to see, but I remember seeing that in the comic. I'll go to Comic Story and let him read, because I'm not going to collect every DC, but yeah, so boom, it really was that color, which it is what it is. Now, he doesn't come with a separate arrow, which is good and bad. I don't really care because, I mean, I probably wouldn't use it anyway. But I do like how when this goes in there, it kind of like goes in to where it won't fall out. Now, it's not really, you can't see in there, it's not really molded to that like I thought it would be, but it's closed in enough to where when you put it in there, you're not worrying about falling out. So it's little shit like that, man. Little thing, that's innovation. This right here is plastic. I thought it was a string, but it's like a really loose plastic. Once again, like, okay, he's giving some of us what they want. So like, I might take a Gundam pen and do detailed lines because that's just kind of fun. It just really makes it pop when it's on the shelf. I did that for my Deathstroke and my the chainmail for my Aquaman. Fucking love it. So, or I just might get lazy and say the hell with it. So that's Roy Harper. Let's address the elephant in the room. First, let's look at his card, just so that we know. I was like, okay, he doesn't come with his Scream of Sticks. Hey, I was like, maybe he's not supposed to, and because there is the Dawn of DC, and on the cover I didn't see him with it, but dude, when you put the card in here that has him, I mean, if you never got a Nightwing, you get to get a Nightwing, but he's still lacking. So I mean, you got 4 versions. You got the one of him that's the original. You got the one from the Arkham game. I mean, from the Arkham Knights game, which honestly is kind of my favorite. I just painted his boots down here were white. I just used my Gundam marker to color him black, or my paint marker. And I actually like it because it looks like armor-esque, It looked kind of fat in the photos, but I actually like it. As a matter of fact, let's grab them both right now. And here we go real quick, just for a comparison, because I normally don't have this many versions. The only variants I have this many of was going to be Batman or Superman and the Joker. But other than that, yeah, so this is actually my favorite variant. Why? Because I like the black mask. Even though he's got like the pretty boy haircut, he don't look like a douche. I mean, he's not really a douche. It just looks like, it looks tactical. And I like that, like I kind of like the tacticalness, but it doesn't look like a unitard or anything like that. He's got the sticks, got blue and white on there. This is like perfect. Like I said, I need to go touch it up, but the bottom of his boots were white, and I mean, it stuck out like a sore thumb. It looked ugly as shit, but let it focus. He's my favorite. Like, I mean, if I had to get rid of one, I would not get rid of him. I just like him. This is one of the, like up there with the best, critically acclaimed throughout the collector community. They like this the best. They got the blue accents on here. This is like, man, like one of his original ones. Got the blue knuckles. Got the bird right there. The perfect looking face. He don't look like, like, I'm a douche. But like, it's still like the blue mask. This is better. This is overall a better figure. But this is a different Nightwing. And if this had came with the sticks, this would be like a very good substitute. But once again, this is going for like crazy dollars. I got this at my local collector spot. It was only $15 because not everybody's out here to try to fucking ass rape you. Like, this, you're supposed to collect. Say this was an upgrade of this. And like, keep it circulating. Buy this, sell this. Unfortunately, I needed them both. Why do I need this one? Because I'm going to have him on the Titan shelf. And they're all 3 different enough that I can have them on different shelves and not feel like I got the exact same figure. Because none of them, other than the fact that they're Nightwing, nothing about him is the same, like from head to toe. From what I can gather. I'm not about to do it a fine scope, look. But if you missed out on these, this is still on sale right now. You would just need this one for the Build-A-Figure. But say you have no Nightwing and you don't really give a damn about the Build-A-Figure. Obviously, I would say go for this. Take $2, buy you a black paint pen, paint the bottom of his feet, and there you go. Easy day, like too easy. So anyway, let me go ahead and clear this out. Y'all stay tuned. All right, next up we have Raven, Azarath Metriel Zinthos. I wish she had had a cape that you can make do like that. I know you can see her face and all, and I mean, like, I don't know. Comment down below, would you rather her like, you see how how she's always had like the shadow, you can't really ever see her face. And this is obviously not the same Raven. We'll get into that in a minute. Here you go. Rachel Roth. I only knew her name was Rachel because of the Titans show I've been watching, which is dark, and I don't know how I felt about it. Let me know down in the comments how y'all feel about the show Titans. It's getting good. Most people definitely hate it, who we're missing is Starfire. But if you look back at her old comics, like when she like heats up, she's got the orange skin and she's got a perm. I mean, like, Starfire wasn't black or white. Like, most people were like really backlash because she looked like a prostitute. But like, go back and really look. See, I grew up with the Starfire from the Teen Titans show. She was really freaky. Let's just say that. Like, I mean, like, if you remember or even went back and looked, she was freaky as fuck. So I feel like the Titan show nailed her perfectly. So I at first I was like, this show looks terrible, but I went in there ignorant, so who was I to judge? And so I'm trying not to be negative anymore and just, like shit for what it is. Say it was different, completely different. That's okay. We got what we wanted already. Like, do you want to keep seeing the same recycled shit over and over again? No. So she came with these 2 hands. These are her original hands she came with, which brings me to the only gripe that I have with her, but on the shelf you really can't tell. And that is the plug-ins. So as you see, they're not really hands, they're just beams, as if like her wrists are shooting out beams as if it were a cannon or something like that. That's just kind of weird. If you ever seen the Marvel Legends or anything like that, like Storm or Gambit, like it's kind of built in. So I wish like she would have had the hands where they were like built in, which, you know, hopefully like he's like, all right, like this wasn't, you know, but not knowing that, and this was just on the shelf, you wouldn't know. But this is clearly like a different Raven. Look at her costume. This is the Raven that I remember. Based on her look, she just looks a little grown, a little older. This is like the newer like Raven that's been going around like on the new movies and comics and stuff like that, where she's got the little jewel here and this type of belt, and she no longer has like the jewel on her forehead. I'm wondering if I might just try. It's not even worth it because she's gonna be on the shelf like in the back floating, doing her thing. I'm gonna try to make it, you know, pose a little better, but I really wish I could like do this cape thing right there because that's how it came on in the anime and everything, you know. But here's your Batman cape. Nothing on the back. So boom. And then we have the coup de grace. Beast Boy, aka Beast King. Now, I thought about getting the gold label, which if I'm at Walmart or Target, because I always hear it, no, this is exclusively there, but I'll fucking go there and there'll be one there. So like just whatever. GameStop, Walmart, or Target, I'll probably get the gold label, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to order them online. Because this is the second Build-A-Figure that... So it's probably not on there all the way, and I was going to bring that up. You want to heat this up. You really want to heat this up because I didn't want to risk, you know, plugging this in too hard and then this breaking, which I've had that happen with McFarlane figures. Shout out to my freaking... my manga spawn. If you watched that video, you know that happened. But let's see if I can... force it on there on the camera right now. Yeah, it's on there. I don't know how tight it is on there, but I'm gonna go heat it up some more. I'll probably do this one, yeah, in hot water. So hold on real quick. Let me go ahead and use the power of editing, and like that, we're back. So it worked, but it still feels jarring. Like it don't feel broken, and obviously it's not. It just don't feel as secure as like the arms and stuff. Like I don't really want to play with it, but I think what I might end up doing is when I see this, because I ordered this from Amazon, but if I see these out in the... See, I don't know if it's the leg or the hip joint, you know? So I forget which one came with. Actually, yeah, Robin, he came with the torso. And that's when I'm like, yo, they could have put the torso in with like Arsenal or something and gave him his sticks, or at least... Because they have like a whole lot, but I'm glad he does what he does. But anyway, so essentially I paid $20, you know, for a mega fig, you know, because like if this was released by itself, kind of like Clayface and stuff, it would have been 40, you know. So when you think about it, and I love the texture, like look at the paint apps, like it's not that bad, like it's like different paint apps. So it used to be Swamp Thing, which is still up there, but actually it is because that's a mega fig. So Build-A-Fig, this, and my Atrocitus, man, I feel like damn, and that was a damn good wave. Like this is a damn good wave. So I'm not even gonna compare him to the Mega Figs. I'm gonna compare him to the Build-A-Figs. And there's other ones I saw and just passed on. Like, I'm good. But the best Mega Fig, hands down, is Bane. I'm sorry. I'm glad I copped that because I have yet to see him back online or anything for like a regular price. But yeah, so there's Beast Boy. Oh yeah, here's the back of him. I didn't really give him much of a overview, my bad. So like there's the paint apps. He looks older. And the reason why I like this Beast King, like they even painted the nails. I know you're like, duh, but I mean, there are some figures where they don't even do that shit and it just brings it all out and you have to do that. Like his thumb, nothing's missing. And I really like it. Like this is not heavy and it's not light. This is like just right. It's so perfect. It feels, you know, like it was more, like it cost more than $20 fucking. And that's essentially what it was. So let me see if I can stand him up like that. Come on, Beast Boy. Anyway, while I'm trying to stand him up, the reason why I'm glad it was this is because to get Beast Boy's powers, he'd have to be in an animal form, you know? And I think it'd be cool if they did one of those like alien animals. Let me tell you what. Let's get one of those. If they did one of those alien animals he does like on the show, like when they go like to a different planet or a different universe or something like that. But you know, just I mean, if I've seen people, ay Dios mío, I've seen people use Cringer. It broke off into his foot, like word. Like I'm not even gonna pretend like that shit didn't happen. Like it happened. And he was standing up just fine before this review. It's just, you know, it's on camera and I'm not making camera magic shit. I'm doing this real time as much as possible without boring y'all. So, Titans, go! There you go. There you go with the Titans. I know there are a few other ones on there, but the main person that I want to add is I want to take her out and I want to put Starfire in there. We got the Build-A-Figure wave with, what's your boy? I'm about to call him Android. Cyborg. And then I'll have the Titans that I grew up with. But I really want Young Justice. So I want my Blue Beetle. Like, I didn't get the Blue Beetle 2-pack that they released with Booster Gold because I'm like, that's nice. I like Jaime Reyes, baby. Then a good Static Shock. You can't just make Static Shock. Like, I've never, like, the costume, the way he looked, the way Static Virgil looked in Young Justice. Once again, if you haven't seen that show, holy shit, do yourself a favor. Thank me later. HBO Max, who y'all? But the way he looked on there, I liked how he looked. I've never, and I'm not trying to knock it. I watched the show, but I didn't like the way he looked on the show. I'm talking about Static. And I don't like the only McFarlane figure. It's not appealing to me. Like, I'm not going to like it just because. Fuck that. And like I said, like, out of all of them, like, yeah, I still would have got them because they're the only versions I got in. I actually, yeah, they look cool. Like, they look cool. He's just missing his sticks. I was able to paint her. That is how he looks, even though I wish he had the hood. And her, I wish it had like the wings. But other than that, I love this set. Y'all stay tuned. And last but not least, in this 3-part repertoire, we have the only new member to the Super family, Supergirl. Now, I feel like a lot of people slept on this. And I really don't like to get the video game characters. That's why I got my Green Arrow, I got my Batman. But how many, like, not only female characters do we have, like, how many representation of the House of L do we got? So this compared to the movie, fuck no, hands down this. I would like to get some brass, like paint and touch this up, but I realized I don't want her to stick out too much. The reason why I did it for Donna Troy is because she's got like magical shit on, like it should be like magical, but I like this more than I thought I would. I really, you know, I want the Supergirl with the white on, you know, where she looked like Supergirl. If she's gonna be Supergirl where she's grown older, she wears like the same colors as her cousin, but just, you know, but this works. I mean, like, this looks cool. Like, there's no really expression on her face, but once again, she's not looking left or right. There's color to her hair, there's depth. So like, I really appreciate that. Anyway, so these are her hands. These are the only 2 hands that she comes with that are extra. So the fists were on her hands, but I'm not doing any action posing. So like, I kind of want to make her like gliding or like flying, like, you know, like I said, yearbook poses, kind of like how you see here. And so like, give you like a review, like the detailed in there. It's nice, man. Like, I like it. I'm sure this is reused or something. Somebody can figure it out, but do I like it? Yes. And that's the whole thing why I really don't complain, is because, I mean, I'm going to get it and paint it and pose it, or get it and pose it, and unless I'm curating and dusting, I'm never going to touch it again. So, and I'm kind of disappointed in these cards because, like, even though I'm not going to get him, or him, they would all come with this. I want it to be more prominent with Supergirl, but I mean, they really didn't have anything because it's a page punchers, and you get a comic, so I mean, you can't really talk crap. I got the comic somewhere. I'm going to read it because it's going to be the only one I got, so like, it's all gravy, but I just wanted to show you there's the Super family. It's starting to shape up, man. I like it. I can't wait to like finish it out. I want them to, I got Zod, but I don't feel like pulling him down, and he's not really friendly with them. So, and even though this is the same as him, I just wanted to show that, you know, I got my Action Comic Superman. I don't want to take him out of the box, but yeah, this is starting to shape up. So I'm loving that we getting different factors and different groups. So you can have, like, say you don't want anybody else and you just want the Super family. Boom, there you go. Marvel has started to do this. I'm glad they fucking, you know, got their rear and gear. And like, I don't mind box sets when they make fucking sense. Don't put 2 X-Men in a box set with like Fantastic Four figures. Like, what the fuck? Like, that makes no fucking sense. We just got like a whole team of the X-Men in a training uniform. 2 different box sets of 3. That's what's up. So let's keep going. Like, if you started with Superman, it would have taken this long to even get a Supergirl. That's the only downside to it. You wanna play the long game, but we don't know how long the long game will go. You don't want to start and then like, oh shit, he never finished it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, if you like this review, please like, share, subscribe. And if you didn't, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and turn on notifications so you can at least hate on my videos. Hoo-yah!